Alrighty, welcome to my tier list. We are about a week into the season. I think it's time. For clarification, probably is going to come across this on YouTube. My accolades for this tier list: I picked around top 50 last season, finished around GM2. I consistently play comp. I scrim. I have over 200 hours, no, over 400 hours in the game so far. And I create a lot of can't even speak, educational content for the game. So that's my little background on it. I spend a lot of time looking at the game. So let's get into this tier list. Starting out with Captain America. Received some buffs, and they were not enough. I'm going to be real honest. I see a lot of one tricks trying to make him work. But honestly, it's usually with Thor, and it's only with the team up synergy, and it's usually the team carrying him. But Cap alone, he's not bad. Don't want to put him down in C tier. But B, I say B for most scenarios. There will be one scenario where he pops off and he's super annoying to deal with, but that's usually for more unorganized teams. Doctor Strange. We're gonna leave him high A for right now on the tier list. We're gonna leave him high A. Not that he's fallen off. He did receive a little bit of the nerf this season, but he's still very strong. But there is another tank that kind of taken his spot in S tier. We'll get to that later. Hulk, definitely below Doctor Strange, but definitely going to be in the A tier. I would put him up in S tier, but by himself, he's going to be below Doctor Strange. His Gamma matchup is still great. They didn't really take away from it, but that's only a niche scenario we're going to really see Hulk take the S tier slot. But for just by himself, I'm going to be A tier. Groot's not a bad pick. He's not a bad pick. He combos well with another character really well, Moon Knight. And I think just because that combo exists so well, and the Moon Knight buffs, we're going to get into a little bit later, he's definitely going to be an A tier. I definitely will have the combo less than the Gamma. It's definitely less than Gamma. Magneto, this was the tank I was talking right here. Magneto, easy S tier. He just plays so well into almost anything this meta. And with this meta revolving around triple supports, and Cloak and Dagger being a very, very strong pick. Magneto's ultimate, I don't know if you guys seen it, in high elos, Magneto is picked to deal with that stuff. His ultimate can counter a lot of things and one-shot people. He can even one-shot Luna out of her ultimate if his orb is strong enough. So Magneto is really good at taking those healers off the floor, and his survivability is crazy. All right, moving to Penny Parker. Ooh, I don't know. On some maps, she's really good. On some maps, there's 2 maps where he's defending on the Knoll and defending the entrance of Tokyo where she's really good. Everything else is I know there's a one-trick Penny Parker I played with in GM this season. Oh my god. This is, I'm going to have to put her beat. I may get slandered for that pick. Captain America, you could throw him into way more situations and see a lot more success. But I feel Penny Parker is one of those weird niche characters you'll see randomly and pop off. But in most scenarios, you're just not gonna. And it's not even a learning curve. You just have to be really, really, really good to make her work. Really good. Thor. Don't know about Thor. Don't know if I feel about Thor. Don't really see him too much. The snipers, bans are really wonky this season, so a lot more snipers are getting through, Hela and fucking Hawkeye. So I am very wary of where I want to put Thor, because usually when I see a Thor, it's with a Captain America, and Thor is taking up all the attention. He gets burst down really fast. I say I put him A, but I put him just below Groot. Thor is taking a lot of damage. He's kind of similar to Groot. But Groot can at least put up some walls or at least do something. Thor is just eating that damage. Venom. Now, I don't know. My first thought at the start of the season, Venom's easy going to be S tier. But people do not know how to play with Venom. And a lot of people need to learn how to play Venom. His sustain is actually really good. I'm gonna put him. You know what? This is where I'm gonna put him. I'm gonna put him second. He's gonna be high A, but he's gonna still be a little strange. A good Venom can do so many crazy things, and if you're playing well with the Venom, I feel like he does the the job better than Hulk. Like Hulk still has like I think a little bit higher DPS, but Venom sustain is so crazy. Like if people focus Venom like they did Hulk or focus Hulk like they do Venom, Hulk dies. He dies really fast, especially with his nerf to his gamma shields. He goes out really fast. Venom, he stays up for a long time. The only reason I see some Venom's not making him work is that they just don't know his playstyle yet. They just don't know his playstyle. Later in the season, give it like another week or two, Venom's gonna be running this bitch. He's gonna be running this. Black Panther did receive some nerfs, especially with triple support running wild. Yeah, he's C tier. Yeah, now I think about he's C tier. Because I was thinking about him like, yeah, there's Black Panther is still annoying, but I tell you this right now, you have to do really well. Well, you have to do really well with Black Panther to pull off this season. Not only is triple support running rampant this season, and a lot of healers are just like learning how to play the healers better. You see a lot more cloak and dagger, but Black Panther players are also dealing with his bugs. Like some of his dashes just don't reg, and the shield nerf he got added on too. My boy Black Panther suffered. Listen, as someone who flexed a lot, I hate Black Panther. I'm one of Black Panther's number one haters, but man, he kind of got hit hard with that nerf and the healers. So he's definitely C. Black Widow, still a D, even after the buffs. And listen, I'm someone who played. I played with Khepri. I won my matches with Khepri, but like even in those matches, he was at the like end of the total bowl in the leaderboards. Like I'm gonna tell you right now, you can make Widow work. You can make any character in this game work. But I know Khepri, if he was playing anyone else like Hela or something, he would be crushing it. Widow is just one of those characters who's gonna be nerfed for a long time. She's gonna have to get a little power crap or see little buffs here and there. But for right now, she's just at the bottom. Hawkeye, not getting through, not getting banned most of the time. Not seeing too many great Hawkeye players. The 10-meter nerf on the damage buildup, I guess maybe hit him more than I thought. I still feel like he's strong and capable, but like he's very stagnant. Doesn't have too much. His like mobility is very rigid. I'm contemplating. I'm thinking of putting him either low A or like high B. But Hawkeye and B just sounds so weird. You know what? I'm gonna put him A. I'll put him A. I still see some people pop off with Hawkeye. Even my my other DPS teammate on the roster is good at Hawkeye. He's a low A. He's a low A. Hela's S. Hela's still S. She's probably gonna be a low S. She's probably be a low S, but she is a how people call still a server admin. Her escape is good, gets her out of like almost any situation. Her stun / CC is pretty good. She still melts tanks. She still clicks heads. Her health nerf was not really anything noticeable. She still runs lobbies if you're really good with the Hela matchup. She's still like one of those permanent bans. Next, we got Iron Fist. Now this might be a controversial take. This might be a real controversial take. This might be a real controversial take right here. Iron Fist is low-key A. I don't play him too much. You probably won't see him running in the lobbies, but what I've learned from scrims and what I've learned from the end of last season and what I learned from high elo levels in some of these matches, he is enabled a lot in this season because Magneto is like picked in almost any game for any crazy tank player, and triple support is running rampant. If this guy gets Snowflake, Magneto bubble, and he's just on whoever he's fighting, they're getting smacked up. Like they owe somebody's money. They're getting beat up. I don't know what else to say. There's nothing you can do about it. It's annoying. And we don't see too much of it right now. I kind of feel bad for, like, this is going to be in the video. He gets enabled a lot. If he gets enabled, he is running through anybody. And that's what he has, his own counter too. So you got Magneto bubble on him, his own counter, which gives him a lot of shield. And then if you can't kill him and for some reason you're still breathing, he can hop behind the corner or triple jump height in the matchup and heal. And that's not even counting his ultimate. Like, he's a character who was not enabled a lot last season and not played correctly. He was just exploding and dying, you know? Now, he's someone who's going to be a problem this season. A huge problem. People don't notice yet, but he's going to be a problem this season. Next, Iron Man, still A. I don't want to put him S. It's usually because he's only A because of the Gamma matchup. That's why I leave him down here too. Magic. Magic's good, but Magic's not great. Magic's gonna be in the B. Now I would have put Magic A, but when I think about this season, I think about the sustain. I think about like strong characters that are very anti-dive. I haven't gotten into yet. We're about to enter the DPS stuff, but like there's characters like the strong picks this season are very anti-dive. Like this is not a dive season. If you're a character who loves to play dive, I kind of feel sorry for you a little bit on the DPS side of things. This is just not your type of season. Now, if you're an Iron Fist player and you have some good enablers on your team, hey, go ahead. But not so much for the rest of the divers. Moon Knight. He's a B. He's a B. Was gonna put him A, but his only good situation is usually with Groot. Moon Knight struggles in 1v1s. And the reason Moon Knight is so, like, you need a lot of coordination to work with Moon Knight. You can't just play him by yourself. And you're playing Moon Knight, you gotta have to know how to play him perfectly. Because he can easily feed, he can easily miss a lot of his ultimate usage. Like, you're banking off your ultimate usage a lot. Depending on the elo, depending on who you're working with, it could be a little struggle. I'm not gonna lie. But yeah, we're gonna leave Moon Knight B. Now Namor. This is the character I main. This is the character I have Lord for. This is the character I carry with. I got like near 60% win rate with this boy. This is my bread and butter. And he got better this season. He low key is an S this season. People are gonna say he's probably not, but even in GM lobbies, people do not shoot his squids. Even when I'm facing a Namor, I'm constantly seeing myself shoot the other Namor squids. Like they are so like people are so tunnel vision on this game, even in the higher end of the lobbies right now. He just lives. And if you get Luna, it's even that much better. Now some people might say, oh, he loses a lot of value without Luna. Listen, if you know how to play Namor correctly and you're playing comp and you're looking at tier lists and you're playing your character for hours, you're gonna know how to play them properly. But you know how to get your squids back. You know the headshot. Like he doesn't rely solely on his squids. But if you have decent aim with Namor, you're gonna freaking carry. Okay, you're gonna carry. You're gonna run lobbies. And the way he can throw his squids now is for better placements. His more like, if you played Namor last season, they used to be like bricks. Your squids would just fall out of your hands like bricks. Now you can position them perfectly on the height, put them out of line of sight. Oh my god, now Namor's running things. I even seen tier lists where Namor is even above Hela and some of them. Now, a good Hela, I would say still run stuff over Namor, but Namor can just carry lobbies. And he's kind of a sleeper pick, too. People don't ban him or play him, which is crazy. All right. Next, we got Psylocke. Still annoying. High A. Overall, it's going to be the character who gets behind. Like, if you see a Punisher, you're going to see, like, someone like a Hawkeye. She's probably, like, the only character who's, like, really good at diving this season. Because Iron Fist, but Iron Fist has to be enabled. Psylocke doesn't have to be enabled. She can get a lot of value still this season. She's really good. She's not going anywhere. Honestly, I'm kind of sad myself. I wish I was better at Psylocke. I wish I was, because she can kind of see any value in like almost any lobby. Like she kind of works well into like any matchup. Scarlet Witch, she received buffs. Do not know how I feel about those buffs. They don't seem too prominent. I don't know. I see a lot of people try it. I don't know. They got to do something with Scarlet. Maybe increase her range a little bit. Maybe that. I don't know. But overall, I think she's still B. I think she's low B. Do I think she's worse than or better than Black Panther? Yeah, I feel like that sounds weird. That sounds weird. Listen, I know that sounds weird, but I think Scarlet Witch overall does see more value than Black Panther this season. Just because her survivability and Black Panther is still dealing with his abilities being bugged out. Okay, I think it's hard. Like it sounds weird. But yeah, I think they're close. I think they're very close. But like a crazy Black Panther will see value, but like they'll easily get tossed out. Like I can see a good Scarlet Witch. Like I feel like I can solo Scarlet Witch to GM and be fine. But I feel like with Black Panther it may take like 30 to 20 more games just because his bugs or just because how the meta is very oppressive against him. Spidey-Man, B tier. Still strong. Really, you will see a lot more value this season because of Venom. His matchup will be way more prominent. He's still super strong. I'm seeing a lot more better Spider-Man as time go on. He's one of those characters I could see being an A tier next season. Oh my god, excuse me. But overall, it's just a skill issue. I think it's still just a skill issue with Spider-Man. Once people get way much better at him, he's gonna be easy A. He's just a very, very complicated character. All right, incoming sleeper pick, Squirrel Girl. This might shock you a little bit, but we're gonna put her. We're gonna squeeze her. We're gonna squeeze her right here next to Iron Fist. Now, you may be thinking I'm crazy, right? But I've been just leveling up other accounts, getting Smurfs ready for some content, and just playing Squirrel Girl in my free time, right? Now, I haven't carried her into the GM level. I'll be honest, I haven't. But that doesn't mean I haven't seen Squirrel Girls in a GM level. Her ultimate is now way better, used properly. It has a lot more potential to kill. You know, I play Namor, and it's still hard to see a lot of Namor value, but I see Squirrel Girls getting a lot more value in GM lobbies. A lot more value. She has a lot of CC. She has a lot of damage. Like I think people just turn off their brain when they're playing Squirrel Girl, but when people actually like get on Squirrel Girl and actually try, I'm telling you, she's gonna be a demon. For me personally, people starting to ban Namor, I'm looking to pick up Squirrel Girl because I'm a person who likes to play projectile heroes. I'm really good at the Namors. I'm really good at the Buckies. I'm really good at like characters like that, like the projectile characters, right? She's one of them, and her projectiles are fast, and they hit for 110 to the body. She is 3-shotting the entire cast. And not to mention, fits into this meta pretty well because she has a lot of CC too. Tank dives you, bam, throw CC at him. Black Panther dive you, boom, squirrel nut to the face. Boom, magic dive you, boom. Like she's fits well into this meta. A lot of slowing down characters. Next, we got Star-Lord. He's right next to Psylocke. I think he's better than Psylocke. Psylocke's ultimate can be countered out by a lot of things. If the right healers know what they're doing, I feel like it's a lot harder to do that with Star-Lord. Star-Lord is a harder character, but so is Psylocke. Star-Lord can easily burst down characters really well. His survivability and mobility is crazy, especially with that new map being introduced in New York City with the height. Him able to be very obnoxious on that map. Like his mobility and his survivability is crazy. Easy A pick. Honestly, it might move him up to the S pick slot, depending on how the season goes later on, but like easy A pick. Storm. We got her now. S tier and there. Probably the second strongest character this season. Not the strongest, but second strongest. People are playing her wrong. I'm gonna tell you this right now. People are playing her wrong. I don't know if I'm gonna do a guide on how to play Storm or like a little quick tip and stress with her. But I'll give a quick rundown. People are just sitting on her damage and just chunking at the teams. No, that's not how you want to play her. You want to be on mobility most of the time. Unless people are near you or unless you're at a choke point trying to press damage to, you're going to want to be on mobility. A lot of people are dying on Storm because they choose to sit on the damage. She does a lot of damage. They buffed her damage just flat out. She does damage regardless of whatever trait she's on. So my suggestion, if you're going to play a Storm, especially if you're going against another flying character, stay on that mobility, maneuver, get close, and as soon as you get close, switch traits, pop, enhance, do the damage. Look for the 3-shot because once she enhances, that lightning comes down, boom. Or if you're playing defensively, say your enemy's crazy enough to run dive characters, play on your supports. As soon as they get back there, switch to electric trait, boom. Or if you're at a choke, switch to electric trait, get some damage out. Her projectiles go through targets. She builds ultimate so fast. You will be wanting to use your ultimate as soon as you get it most of the time. Because most of the time, supports won't have it up. Or even if they do have it up, you'll have a lot of shields. So you pop it, get their ultimates up, come back to the team, and boom, support ultimates are down. And you can get your ult back up in the same fight. She is just very crazy. I could go on this for a long time. I'm not trying to waste anyone's time. But she's just overall crazy. Punisher. Type of B tier. Really good hit scan. Really good combo raccoon. Infinite ammo can still like go crazy, pop off. But nothing special though. Like he easily wants to be focused out. Like if you have a team playing around him, like when I 6-stack or 4-stack in rank like high elo lobbies, he becomes annoying because people will like give him shield. They will raccoon right around him. He'll have him set up on high ground. He'll have a tank play. Like when he's enabled, when Punisher's enabled, he makes me want to pull my hair out. He's almost as annoying as Iron Fist when he's enabled. There are certain DPS characters, once the team plays around them, they become the most damning characters to play against. But by himself, in normal lobbies, he all right. He's not bad. But it's kind of like the standard damage character. You know, he's going to be looking to sustain damage for the most of the fight. Not really crazy on getting too many picks, but, you know, if someone's out of position, he'll laser them. Bucky. Now, someone said Bucky is just put like him on the tier list right next, but no. Bucky right here. He's almost in the Star-Lord Psylocke category. With a lot of sustain happening this season, he is one of those characters who easily bursts down characters and executes them. People are not playing into the execute that much, but if you want to focus a tank with Bucky on the team and he has to execute, he puts that marker on your tank, he's the character to do it. But people just don't want to play around it because that execute is so deadly. That is a chunk of your health bar just not gone. Some people thinking like, oh, it's just for his again. Like, listen, if your team focuses whoever that is, that person's dying. They are going out. They're going out sad. He is a tank killer. He's a burst. He does it all. He's really good at taking characters out really fast, and that is really good this season. And if you notice that trend, that kind of follows for a lot of these characters, like in the higher tiers, right? For the DPS, Hela, burst, Namor, burst, Storm, burst, Star-Lord, one clip or ultimate burst, Psylocke, you know, up close and personal burst, you know, Hawkeye, burst, or like, you know, you just kind of want to burst characters down this season. Next, we have the Wolverine. Now, Wolverine, how do I feel about him? He's A tier. He's A tier and he's not at the same time. Oh, this is one of those characters I had to put him in high B tier. But the thing is, even though he's the high B tier, doesn't mean you won't see him. It's just like this season is kind of throwing a wrench into a lot of the comps and old playstyles that people were used to in season 0 or even like beta and stuff like that. Because I would say, yeah, Wolverine's a really good pick, but in a lot of high elos and like higher elos of pay, we're not running 2 tanks that often. We're usually running 1 tank, whether Strange or Magneto. And if we are running Wolverine, people just ban Wolverine. But like, the ban itself is worth like noticing that he's a good character. You know what? I could put him up here. I could put him right between Iron Fist and Squirrel Girl. I think generally he can take over the game easier than Squirrel Girl. But if he's enabled, like Iron Fist does a lot better if he's enabled. Like all these DPS do a lot better if they're enabled. But Wolverine has like one job, and if that job is gone, like it's situational. I can see him in A. I definitely, and if there's 2 tanks on the field, he's gonna get his value. All right, now we're getting into the supports. Adam Warlock starting it off. He's good. He's low A. Where do I see his value? Definitely better than. Yeah, right here. Yeah, definitely with the triple support. He's good as DPS. I'll tell you this right now, in comp and in scrims, like the competitive side of things, like tournaments, he's so annoying with his shift ability. I forgot what it's called, but the ability to like have all your teammates share health and get slow regen. Oh my god, you become your whole team becomes unkillable for like a good like 6 seconds. It's like a mini ultimate. If I'm being real honest, it's a mini ultimate. And he gets away with it. And I'm tired of people not noticing it. People look at him more like oh, his ultimate's not good. Bro, it's not even his ultimate you got to worry about. He enables a team up that gives your team 9 lives. If you run, like, we don't even have to, like, if you run, like, Adam Warlock, Mantis, and, like, Luna support, third support, you're not missing out on any heals. And if you run Star-Lord as another one, your team has 6 lives off first rip. And what I mean by that is, Adam Warlock will give your team a passive where Adam Warlock gets a free res, Mantis gets a free res, Star-Lord gets a free res, and then if Adam Warlock dies first and he positions himself perfectly, like it just flies back and then reses and then your whole team dies, he can pop a good range free ultimate. Like it's just he's I don't know. People underplay him. I was talking to one of my teammates and he was saying like, oh, I don't feel like he's that good. I'll tell you this right now. If you go look at the top tournament teams, Adam Warlock is getting play. And if you don't think Adam Warlock's good, you just never had a good Adam Warlock on your team. If Adam Warlock played right, like, he can easily be like S tier, but he's not right now. And that's the problem with a lot of these characters on tier list. So I have to like accurately find a good position for them on how I think in general we usually play with them. Cloak and Dagger, probably one of the better supports. Yeah. I'm gonna be brave with this one. I'm gonna put her S tier. Now Magneto does throw Magneto can throw a giant rock at her face and render her useless. But if you have another Magneto on your team and bubbles you, you will survive it. So it's like it's one of those like matches ups. It's like those Ryan v Ryan matches. If you have another good Ryan, it kind of just negates the whole thing you have to worry about. But the thing, when I make putting her S tier is like, yeah, her heals are really good. Yeah, her switching so she doesn't have to reload. Yeah, her also cooldown on her like aura, like her giant aura heal is also good. But the one thing I wanted to point out is people don't mention how good her blind is. Now, I forgot about this at one point. Like earlier this season, I had to remind myself, her blind isn't just blind and it doesn't just damage. It makes that target more vulnerable. Those who are more vulnerable take more damage. In a season where people are healing out the wazoo and you want to put people down faster, that is going to be a very good ability. A very good ability. And this season, we really don't have, not even this season, this game, we really don't have any abilities that really make people weaker or easier to fucking kill. You know what I'm saying? So, Cloak and Dagger is definitely a character that's up there. If someone knows how to abuse their Nullify, or whatever you call that ability, goated. All right, next we got Jeff. Jeffy boy. I'm going to be real honest with you, Jeff players. I'm going to be real honest. You're C, buddy. Now, I would put you D, but you're C. They got I think, I don't know if they plan on ever making Jeff viable or just keep him as like the cute character, which is fine. You know, not everyone wants to be competitive. You know, he can be a fun, cute character. But his hitbox is outrageous. I pop that. Any good DPS is going to pop that. Like, pop. He's going to go bye-bye. His ultimate is, everyone's used to it now. It's not the craziest. Like, yeah, you'll see some plays with it. His healing is okay at best. It's not the craziest. The best Jeff players I've seen are aggressive Jeff players. Like, I'm talking like get on your back line with your other teammates, proccing the Luna proc. You had to do a lot to make the Jeff work. And still, it's like, yeah, like obviously he's worth in Black Panther, but I got to keep him here. Loki, top of A. Loki's annoying. He's one of those characters, played right, can be the best healer in the game sometimes. His shift can like outright block ultimates like Psylocke. He can outlast Psylocke with just an ability, which is crazy. He can copy any ultimate in the game. He's really hard to kill. His clones are just clutter. They just take up the screen. Especially in this meta where triple healers, like there's a situation for Loki, right? They'll run triple healers. They'll go something like, Cloak and Dagger, Luna, and then Loki for the third one. Loki will just copy the Luna after the Luna's done and then pop her ultimate again. It's like you're not being able to do anything for 20 seconds. And that's if they're not running triple support. It's just annoying. So that's why Loki is going to be easily one of the top one. He just enables a very, I don't know if I hate the meta so far, but he enables an annoying meta at least. I'll say that. Luna, easy S tier, definitely better than Cloak and Dagger. Slight spoiler, she's going to be probably the best, the highest healer I rate out. Her heals are great. Her stun is awesome. Her ultimate lasts insanely long. And she also builds ultimate charge pretty fast too. And her movement speed is pretty cool. There was no nerf to it, even though Mantis received a movement nerf, which we're getting into in the next pick. But yeah, solid pick. Next, we got Mantis. She's kind of fallen off this season. Not because of the movement speed. Generally, it's just because the other ultimates seem to last longer and are a lot better. Like, I can still kill people with their Mantis ult. Like, if someone hit an Eye of Agamotto through Mantis ultimate, I can fry Mantis. Like, there's some ultimates, like, Mantis can't keep the entire team alive too long. Yes, she works well into triple support because it gives extra damage and stuff like that. But when we're running two supports, I just don't want. Most of the time, I probably don't want Mantis being the second support. Yeah, I probably don't. And then second, the last support, we got Rocket Raccoon. Yeah, I'm putting you right here, buddy. I would say the word. No, okay, Jeff's the worst healer. But yeah, second to worst healer, and it's not because I had this discussion last season with the season 0. A lot of people love Raccoon. They'll have 30,000 healing, but the thing is about this season, it's keeping people up longer is what the whole purpose and goal is. Like Raccoon, if I see him as one of my supports, there better be an amazing Punisher on the team. An amazing Punisher. If not, I'm choking that rat out back. He's getting hung for his war crimes of picking Raccoon. Nah, in all seriousness, I'm just playing. But like his heals will be crazy and outstanding if the team could like play around it and stuff like that. But people are playing high burst characters this season. People are going out fast. Rocket Raccoon can't heal, and he keeps that up that long. We need those burst healing. We need that good sustain. We're going out sad, and a lot of people are getting smarter too. They're looking for those revives. They're not letting them stay up. So I gotta keep. I had to. Like he's still A. He's still A, guys. He's like all supports are damn they're good. So don't worry. I'm just saying he's one of the worst healers. Even though that really doesn't mean anything in the grand scheme of things. Yeah. Oh, so we still have one more DPS. It's Mr. Fantastic. I guess they put it down here because it's the new characters. What do I put up on? You know, worse than Penny, but B tier. Now you might be thinking like, wow, you're really putting Mr. Fantastic above Black. People don't know how to play Mr. Fantastic, okay? No one knows how to play this guy yet. It's the Wolverine effect all over again. I'm telling you right now. This guy, he can enable your team to do crazy things. Word of the day, enable. But like he can put like 75 shields on one of your DPS for a brief amount of moment. And for characters who are looking to get in and do a lot of damage and know they're going to be targeted, it's a pretty good thing. If he can give 75 health to Storm before she gets in, crazy. 75 health to Iron Man before he gets in with Gamma, crazy. Now you remember I was talking about Iron Fist earlier with the enabler bullshit? Now imagine running a comp with Magneto, right? Iron Fist, fantastic. And then you have damage boost on Mantis and the Luna Snowflake, and combine those stuff and just throw it on Iron Fist. You see what I'm getting at, right? The more we center around giving other characters stuff, the more you can build comps around just enabling one character to go pop off and just do dumb crap and get away with it. And hey, Mr. Fantastic kind of leads into that. And that's just what Mr. Fantastic can do to give. He can still tank. He's very strong, especially if he uses his team up with Sue. He's a tank. He's very tanky. I've seen matches up where he's out tanked people like Venom. People don't know how to play him yet. Now, I'm not giving this as an excuse as you to go run in and instant log this guy. I'm giving this as an excuse if you pick this character up, and learn him and take the time to play him, you'll be very surprised at how usable. But the character's not very flashy. He's not very likable. He's not really like cool in a sense, like beautiful character design, but not too many fans of Mr. Fantastic out there. That's why he's getting a little bit of playtime. Next, last but not least, Sue Storm. And bada bing, bada boom. I better look in there. I'm gonna have her as the last character on the S tier list, right? The reason I'm having her as the last character on the S tier list, and not like a better than Luna Snow, I'm gonna make a statement about Invisible Woman, right? AKA Sue Storm. She is by far going to be the best character in this game, or at least the best support. But people are still learning how to deal with her. She's a hard counter to Wolverine. She enables DPS to take the off angle with the Guardian Shield that comes back extremely fast. She has a lot of pull situations when chasing down people who want to leave. She has a push for defending herself in the back line. She has a Sonic that's also good for disrupting CC against the back line, and also good at building ultimate, and also good at chasing down confirming kills. Her ultimate is really good and self-sustaining. It can easily win multiple team fights. The fact that your team can be completely invisible and you can combo that with ultimates and then you can reposition and not know where the enemy went is crazy absurd. The fact that she has her own passive regen, like I think should come up faster, but that's still broken. Her own double. Should you hear the list of what I'm going on? This is one character's kit I'm talking about. All this talking could have been explaining 3 different characters. But no, she is overloaded. And it's not like her abilities are bad. It's not. All these abilities are very well used. Like her push and pull. You could push You know the Magnetos, how they used to do that like LeBron James technique where they come in and try to dunk on the team with their eye of. You can push that away. You can cock block Doctor Strange. She is a character that is going to be, once explored, you're going to be like, oh yeah, insta-ban that. Insta-banner. Sorry, I gotta take care of my coffee. But yeah, that's going to do it for my tier list this season. Probably would do one towards the mid-season after the patches first weekend. But that's my tier list as a tournament player, competitive player, 400-hour player. Someone who just plays the game like a crack addict. I know you guys do too. Oh my God. I need to end the video. I'm coughing. If you like the video, you see any value, please like and subscribe. I always appreciate it. And if you want to argue with one of my claims down below, please do. We'll get into it. A little back and forth. With that being said, I hope you have a good one for the rest of your day.